share with us a little bit about the experience of interacting with new musicians and make them feel a part of the band?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's part of Groundation and the whole spirit behind the music anyways. This is something that I began 20 years ago with the background of, my father as a jazz piano player and reggae music from my childhood. So it's roots reggae music with this fusion. And through the 20 years, we've had lots of different members, 20 or 30 different members, drum set, horns, percussion, female vocals, all these things. So welcoming new members is nothing new to me, Obviously, it's about the caliber of musicianship. They have to be very talented and very skillful on their instrument. And you're also looking for somebody who you can get along with, someone you can, because you're basically living with each other on the road. So, that takes a certain individual. And you're here doing the Groundation work is a positive energy, a positive spirit. So you have to surround yourself with positive people. And that's kind of, one of the things behind the new group is, the energies over the years with the, there was only two left, Ryan and Marcus, of the original, from the first days of the group. And there was, you could just see that they did not want to do it anymore. It wasn't a part of their spirit. It wasn't what was something that they wanted to continue. So for me to continue the Groundation work, it was necessary to find a new group, start fresh, begin new, and this kind of coincides with the whole next generation, both the concept of a new group and also the musical and lyrical content coming from a miracle, coming from the female, coming from the empress, from the father and the mother comes the child, comes the next generation. So it has many meanings, the next generation.
Okay, great. So for you, Groundation, it's a concept, it's a statement.
Yeah, it's a vehicle. It's a vehicle for a particular sound. It's a very unique sound. You're talking about long form songs that are through composed, songs that could be 6 minutes, 7 minutes long, songs that feature solos by the instrumentalists, so that it's not just a lead vocal, dominated band. The organ player, the trumpet player, the bass player, the drummer, everybody is sharing the spotlight. So you have these long improvised jazz solos, and then you have this polyrhythmic aspect of Groundation, which is songs like Picture on the Wall or Seventh Seal, Fourth Dimension, songs like Hebron. And then you also have the non-diatonic, the chord movement doesn't stay in one particular key. So when you put all of these elements together, it creates a very unique and identifiable sound that is Groundation. And that vehicle of expression is something that is a part of who I am, in writing the music for the first, Young Tree, 2021 Hebron Gate, establishing that sound and carrying it on. That's the Groundation vehicle.
Not to be wasted but cherished until...
One of the hardest part, as my point of view, to establish a unique sound as a band. It's not an easy job to do.
No, it is not an easy job to do, but you see on the next generation, from the very first moment you put the album on and press play, and you hear that single note saxophone, and you have 5 saxophones, 4 trumpets, and 3 trombones all coming together to have this crunch of all 12 notes.
Did you have auditions, and how did you choose the musicians? They were close to
Yeah, well, some of them I had been playing with for a while, some not, and they all, or a lot of them come from different walks of life and different perspectives. They don't all play together in a band. They were taken from different areas. So in the group now, you have half the group is Californian, Wondering. So the makeup culturally is very unique. But again, that's the balance of Groundation. Part of the whole thing of wanting to have the female and hear the female vocal is to have that energy because the female spirit is a very important and crucial one. It's a foundation, a balance. And that is the same, you know, you have black people, white people, American, Jamaicans, everybody coming together to make this sound. And yeah, you know, there was auditions, many rehearsals, and I performed, you know, some smaller shows under my own name, Harrison Stafford, in the Bay Area, just as ways of trying out different musicians, testing them on different songs, and seeing who works well together until finally coming together as the group that recorded The Next Generation. On the B3 organ, you have Will Blades, and Will Blades is somebody that I've known about for, you know, my whole time of playing music. He's been kind of the top young gun of the B3 organ. Downbeat magazine, jazz magazine, rates him every year as the #1 young lion of the B3 organ. He gets that award every year.
Wake up and think ahead, young dread.
Talking about the next generation, we know we found inspiration everywhere, and knowing that you already have your own family, is that been a huge change on your perspective of life, and has become a bigger inspiration for you as a songwriter, as a composer?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, 100%. I mean, the children are the future. That is why we're here. That's why we live. That's life, you know. Life is this experience, men and women coming together and creating new life. And that's how it's been, you know, from the first album, Young Tree. It's been kind of echoing my life's journey, you know. Young Tree is about the self, the individual. Each one teach one is your knowledge of your history, your family, that you're not alone in this story of life. Hebron Gate is this knowledge of good and evil and this kind of conflict within man. And all of these things along the way, up until meeting my wife and having the album A Miracle, and having children. And then now, with this break of Groundation, we had 3 years between the previous group and this new ensemble. And it gave me the time to come with this concept, The Next Generation.
Just let me know for you what it is that people should know about reggae music.
About reggae music?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, for me, reggae music is two things, which maybe reggae music is losing today. Maybe it's kind of getting watered down, and it's not as it is in my mind. Reggae music, because reggae music hit me with Bob Marley, Burning Spear, Israel Vibration. Reggae music is a message. Reggae music is about society, and it's about challenging one another, challenging ourselves, becoming better people, living with more love and more caring. Also knowledge about the planet and being in balance, trying to eat organic, trying to not damage this sacred earth that we have. That's reggae music, is putting out that energy. And at the same time, reggae music is this very unique form of one-drop music, where beat one, you know, you leave that one to the Most High, you know? So if you're counting out 1, 2, 3, check it, check it, check it, check it, check it, 1, check it, check, right? And that to me is the original thing, and that's what really inspired me to really think of this polyrhythmic aspect of reggae, the space, the originality of that Jamaican one-drop rhythm. So you have the one drop, which is the pure reggae, and you have the message.
Awesome. The best answer I could expect.
Nice. Big thanks.
And could you please send a message to our audience here in Guatemala and invite them to listen to the Next Generation album and follow the new Groundation?
For sure. To all the beautiful people of Guatemala, Harrison Stafford, Groundation, putting out positive energy, hoping that it inspires and gives hope. The album Next Generation is all about us. It's all about the future. It's all about the tools we want to pass on to our children to make a better world for them. So yeah, you have to check the album. The album is crucial. From the very first song to the last song, the message is clear. It's a message of hope, but it's also a message that we are in challenging times, and we need to stop doing wrong things that history and science has proven to be wrong, and we have to start doing the right things. So to all the Guatemalan people, please check out the Next Generation Groundation. Looking forward to seeing everybody for live performances as soon as possible. One love.